Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Sir, participants are joining. So we should start.
First, you have to
Yes.
give me the rights to share my presentation.
Yes. I have made a co-host to you, sir. So you can directly share your screen, sir. No issue.
One minute, just I will try.
Good afternoon, all the participants, and welcome to this last session of day 3. So today's resource person, Dr. S.T. Gande sir, is now with us. So first of all, I introduce today's resource person. So on behalf of Sandeep Foundations, Sandeep Institute of Engineering Management, Nashik. So I welcome today's resource person, Dr. S.T. Gande sir, Principal, Sandeep Institute of Technology and Research Center, Nashik. Sir has completed his PhD from VNIT Nagpur in 2008. And sir has also published more than 40 international journals and also presented more than 50 papers in national and international conferences. Sir is also a fellow member of ITE, IEI, senior member of IEEE, and life member of IST also. Sir, also would like to inform you that sir has faced several research grants from government apex bodies, and also he has honored with the Best Principal Award and Best Teachers in Professional Education category. Sir also act as a reviewers of many IEEE and also national international conferences, as well as he was a reviewer of IEEE transaction on dependable and secure computing in 2011-12. Also, he has served as a session chair in various national and international conferences. And sir's expertise in the area of image processing, robotics, and machine visions. And also would like to inform you that sir also has a recognized PhD guide of Savitribai Phule Pune University. So with this, I request respected sir to take over this session.
Thank
Welcome.
Thank you, Sushant sir. 1 minute.
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible now.
1 minute. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to everybody. Thank you, Sushant sir, for nice introduction. Now, today's topic of discussion is machine learning and its type. Machine learning and its types. My flow will be, what do you mean by machine learning? What are its different types? And the applications of these learning problems. And then question and answers from the participants. The important is what is the scope for this machine learning, why we go for this, and relevant to the today's topic. So what do you mean by machine learning? A machine learning is a programming computers to optimize a performance criteria using a, you can say, a data or the past experience. In short, we can say that learning problem which relates output y with the input x. So this is also called a, that is it is a set of methods which automatically detects that is pattern in the data and then use the uncovered patterns to predict the future data or perform, you can say, different decision making under the uncertainty. Whenever we go for the applications, I will go on explaining each and every part. And the application, this is most important one. The application of machine learning covers in every field. Already I told you in the inauguration session, the first important application is banking, financial sector, financial services, insurance. Then you can say weather forecasting, then transportation, logistic, IT, power telecom, uh, you name it, in every field you will find it. That is the application of this machine learning. Basically the machine learning, uh, everywhere you can find it with different strategies. That is, strategies are more important one. So what are the different types which we have? So broadly speaking, if you refer different literatures and all, that is, broadly speaking, learning problems or the learning types, these are the three learning types which we have. One is the supervised learning, another is the unsupervised learning, and then we have a reinforced learning. So this is broadly speaking, you have a three types only, but then we have a subtypes and total types which we have, that is almost 14 one, but this is three are the most important one. And another one, it is a combination of supervised, unsupervised, or ensemble, or instant, like this. So mainly these are the three types which we have: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforced learning which we have. This is hybrid learning problems, that is already which I have told you, that is basically a combination of the first three one. That is semi supervised learning which we have, because it is basically used in data analytics, and data analytics is nothing but it's a number crunching using a machine learning which we have, or using, you can say, Python programming, R programming which we have. So there the lot of data are there. So there you have to take the advantage of supervised learning or advantage of unsupervised learning and go with some hybrid mode, that is called as the semi supervised learning. Then another one is the self supervised learning which we have. Then it is a then multi instance learning which we have. And if you go with the statistical inference, that is how you infer, that is more important one for the data crunching. That is inductive learning. Then opposite of inductive learning is deductive learning which we have. And then we have a transductive learning. And last categorization which we have, that is multitask learning. Then active learning, that is continuously it go on learning the things in the program itself. Online learning which we have, transfer learning which we have, ensemble learning which we have. Ensemble means it is not for a individual, it is, you can say, it is a packet which we have. So these are nothing but it's a 14 types of different learning one. But broad categorization of learning types, these are the three one. One is called as, first one is called as supervised learning, second one is called as unsupervised learning, third one which called it, it's a reinforced learning. Now we'll go with one by one. And what is the concept behind this supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforced learning, and where you find the application of this technique, that is more important one. Supervised learning, when an algorithm generates a function that maps into a desired output, this is also called as learning with a teacher. That is more important. So one standard one, supervised learning, what we have, that is we have a observation. That means normally we have inputs, different inputs which we have, and then we want to find out the output, and they have given a target output. So with the use of model, that is in supervised learning, they have given input also, they have given output also. Output means it is nothing but it's a desired output. So with the model, with the input, with the algorithm, every time you have to go on finding out whether you will get the desired output or not. That is nothing but, in simple language, it is called as a supervised learning, which we called it. Also, already I told you, also it is called as learning with a teacher. Network is provided with the output for every input pattern. Weights are adjusted. That is, already I told you, this is a model. That is, if you go with this is the model. That is, weights are adjusted so that every time or updated it to produce the output as close as correct output, or that we called it, it is a target output, or that also we called it, it's a desired output. So every time we have to see that whatever the output which we are getting it, whether it is nearly equal to a desired output or not. If it is not, then we have to go on adjusting. We have to go on adjusting. The weights are updated in such a fashion that, that is, you must get it, the actual output is equal to desired output. So what is the strategy? That is, goal is learn mapping from input X to output Y. So every time inputs are given, they are adjusted, weights are adjusted or updated in such a fashion that you will get the desired output. So how will you represent this problem? Representation of a problem: given a set of label input output pairs, that is, label input output pairs are given, where D is the data, that is a training set which we have given, that is xi comma yi, I is equal to 1 to n, that is they have given, that is n number of training sets, and n is the number of training examples or the samples which we have. So whatever they have given, that is nothing but in terms of inputs and output, that is more important. What the D contains: training sets, training samples. D is a vector. It contains, it may be number, it may be features, numbers and attributes, it may be images, it may be videos, it may be time series, it may be a sentence, it may be an email, family. Finally, what should be the output? That is more important. What should be the output? It should be a category, or it is a real value scalar. That is more important. So supervised learning will give you two types of output, which we can say two category basically. That is, first is category means what? That is, yi belongs to 1, 2, 3 up to n. Then problem falls, that is called as classification problem. Classification problem, that is, you can classify a given set, whether this is a, in example which is given as, whether it is a face, whether it is a bull, whether it is a bear. So that means this is a classification which we have, that is they called as, that is supervised learning will give the output in the category form. That is, you can say yi belongs to 1 or yi belongs to 2. That means there are n number of classes which we have, and the input belongs to one of, that is nothing but, it will give you one of this output, that is 1, 2, 3 up to k. This is one categorization. Second is, it is a real valued scalar, then it is called as regression problem. So regression problem, that means you will get it some sort of a set of data that is closely associated one. That is, we called it, it's a real value scalar or regression, which we called it. In terms of data, that is nothing but, always you will find it, it is a regression value, or there are different types. We have a linear regressions, then number of types are there regressions, that we will see whenever we go for the example. So at present, the important one is, that is, we have, that is supervised learning will give you two types of output. Either it is a categorical, or another one is, it's a real value scalar which we have. This is important. This is a simple algorithm. It's a machine learning supervised process which we have. So problem, it's a, suppose we can take it, simple example is face recognition. So problem is identification of data. That means identification of faces which we have. Data pre-processing data, that means you have to remove the noise. Basically you have to remove the noise and you have to pre-process this data. Then we are getting the set of data, so we have to define out of that the training set. So first is the problem, then identification of data. Once you identify the data, then it is a pre-processing, then definition of a training set, then algorithm selection. So whatever the algorithm which we have, that is you have to select it, you have to train that particular training set, and evaluation with test set. We have to evaluate with test sets. If it is okay, yes, then it is a classification which we have. That means first you trained it, so you know that is nothing but you have a, suppose, a face recognition problem. So you have in a class or in an office, that is nothing but 60 faces which we have, which is stored. That means it's a data which we have. Then input is you are reading that value real time, and then it is matching with uh, whoever the data in the already trained set. That means already which we have taken and we have stored it. So that is nothing but then you will get the match. That is called as classification problem. If it is not match, then what you have to do it? If it is not match, these are the possibilities which we have. That is identification of data. Either you take it more data or data processing is not correct, or you have to take it more training sets, that is that which we have, or you have to do it, it's a parameter tuning which we have. So either in some cases, if you take it face recognition, there may be chances that some faces are older, so you are matching with younger one, there is a problem, that is a aging problem which we have. So that means you have to select the data or data set according to that. That is simple example which I am giving you. Then data pre-processing, there may be possibility that whatever which we have taken the data, that is it is contain noise, or it is data is corrupted. So you have to properly pre-process that data. And in some cases there is a possibility that is the training set which we have taken it, that is not sufficient, then you have to increase it, you have to more train this system. So that is nothing but, so these are the three possibility which we have. Not every time that is you have to go with three. So always first you have to take it whether parameter tune is there, or definition of training set, or training set is proper or not, that you have to check it. Once you have checked, that is nothing but training set. If it is not still getting, you have to check it whether it's a data processing is correct, whether you have any problem, whether you have corrupted data or lie or noisy data which we have, or that is nothing but whatever the identification of data which you have taken, is there any mistake in that, that every time you have to check it. So in this fashion, supervised learning that go on checking every time. So it is supervised means data is given, output is given, input is given, weights are adjusted. That means this training is given, algorithm is selected in such a fashion that every time we have to evaluate with test set and check it whether you are getting matching or not. If it will match, that is a classification problem. If it is not, still you go on checking this. This is a generalized, you can say, machine learning supervised process which you have. Now where you find the application of this? Application of machine learning is more important, and already I told you that is you will get in day to day, everywhere you will get it the applications. So for time being, only I have taken only three. So there are n number of problems which we have. First application is spam classifications. That is always you will come across the spam classification. Another one is the face recognition. Third one is the advertisement popularity. Face recognition, already I have told you, you have taken a training set of students or set of persons, office persons, you have stored that, that is the output which we have. Then every time you are comparing the your, that is nothing but individual face with the sets available, faces available in the data set. If you will get the matching, then you can say, yes, this is so and so person with login ID so and so. That is nothing but it is a face recognition with supervised learning, because you are already available the desired results. Only it will classify the things. That is called as the face recognition. Second example which we have a spam classification, that is you come across in every time nowadays you are getting very spam mails. So so it is a, in fact we have a spam filters in our you can say mail IDs and all. So every time they will check it, but who will check it, who will train it? Supervised learning, machine learning will train that particular filter. That is, if so and so mail is, he is not opening one, so and so this is not using it, or he is deleting every time, or like this. So there is a possibility that you, that is, it is a spam one, so you should not open it, or it will goes to that one. That means the server will train in such a fashion that it will classify spam, non-spam classification which we have. Another one, that is nothing but advertisement popularity which we have. That is, if you go with this, which advertisement, when to announce, when slot to announce, how many viewers are there, like this, depending on this, that is whether you will get benefit or not. It is nothing but it is a supervised learning. So for this supervised learning, that is simple is, that is, it is nothing but learning with a teacher. That is called as supervised learning. In that case, output is available, or information of output is available. That is slightly difficult. This is called as unsupervised learning, where we want to find out. That is, we don't know. This is also called as teacher. Learning without teacher, that means you don't have any output. You does not require correct answer associated with each input pattern in the training set. So what we are finding out in this, finding out unknown structure trains. Data has no associated label, but we have to organize this into group clusters, or simplify it somehow, that is reduce dimensions, reduce unnecessary variables, or detect anomalies. That is more important. So this is learning without teacher. So what will be the generalized equation for this? D is a vector. Already I told you it is I is equal to 1 to n. You don't have the output, but you have some information. The aim is to find out regularities in the input, discover interesting structure in the data. That is more important. Interesting structure. That means it is a data analytics. You have to find out some interesting structure of the given data, also called as descriptive or knowledge discovery. In statistical, it is called as density estimation. This is done using technique called as clustering or the grouping of data. So that means there are two parts. There we have a classification and regression. Here it is clustering, learning the problem that involves finding the groups in the data. That means you are forming the groups of data. Then density estimation, unsupervised learning, problem that involves summarization of the distribution of data. And additionally, there are two things that is more important: visualization, unsupervised learning problem that involves creating a plot, that is scattering matrix of the two variables, that is visualization, how it inside looks, what are the variations of the, you can say, variables which we have. Then projection, unsupervised learning problem that involves creating lower dimensional representation of data. This is most important one, that is as far as the data are concerned, data analytics is concerned. Projection, unsupervised learning, creating a lower dimensional representation of data. I will take one simple example. That is, you may heard about eigenvalues, eigenvectors and eigenvalues. So simple is, if you take a face means 2D signal which we have. That is the image which you are taking it. And